Puerto Vallarta. We have an excursion starting at 7:30, so we have to get up and get going. This is the lovely view that we have from our balcony right now. Oh, there's the bridge over there. This is nice. Might have to start getting up early on cruises from now on. Excursion crowd, so each line is a different excursion, but this is a lot.
For them to have just opened the doors.
Considering we just got off, it's not even 7:20.
Well, here's the thing about that. We were what, 15th in line to get off? Because they just opened. They were like still setting it up and then start letting people. It's like 15 people.
That's what I thought.
Just Danny, not Danny the Menace, okay? I know the cartoon. Also, I saw that one. So, familia, what we gonna do today? Exactly, chocolate, coffee, and this is optional.
Tequila.
Exactly. Do you know where we are? Well, we are right now in Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco. Jalisco is the state of tequila, tequila land, okay? And also, Jalisco represents Mexico. When you hear Mexico, what do you get on mind? Tequila, mariachis. Well, the avocado is from Michigan, but Michoacan, sorry. But we got avocados too here. But we got the Churros, mariachis, and tequila, the most famous or country, well, of Mexico. We are in Jalisco State. This is the tequila land. And the ranch or the big house we call Hacienda Doña Ingracia. There we got a coffee plantation, a cacao plantation, and agaves. Agave plantation. And there we got the chocolate factory and tequila distillery. We got the distillery right there. It's not included in our trip, but we're gonna have like an hour free. I can show you the tequila process. And we can test the tequila.
Yeah.
But this is optional. Okay, we're gonna leave that at the end. I know you don't like tequila because some of you like more like a coffee or chocolate, because if you really love tequila, we got the tequila tour also, guys. But well, we're in Mexico, everything is possible, okay? So, let me know who wants to make tequila, and then when we're done with the coffee and with the chocolate, we can do tequila, okay, familia? Just let me know. And also, if you want to see the process, but you can drink, please let me know. Why? Because I can help you. I can drink for you. That's part of my service. What? I'm not driving. Also, sorry, I forget to introduce my co-worker. His name is Juan. Or Juan in Spanish. In English is John. Or we can call Johnny. As nickname too. But well, just Johnny can drink today, but I'm not driving. Okay? So we can have fun, familia.
Yeah.
And well, also, what I called you familia, because in Mexico we gotta sing. Our sing is mi casa, tu casa, my home, your home, mi país, tu país, my country, your country. But my wife is my wife. Okay? Bring your own wife, guys. Okay? I can share my table, my meal, my home, my country, but just that. Okay? So, in this trip, we're gonna do a little walking. I hope all of you can walk, because we're gonna walk around like a 6 miles, and then we're gonna take the bus again. I'm just kidding. We're gonna walk around like a 6 blocks. But right now we are moving straight to the real downtown. In Puerto Vallarta, we gotta do downtown. Why? Because this is a tourist area, and we know that we got tourists, and we need a downtown for tourists, and we got the locals, and we need a downtown for locals too. Or where we're going is the downtown for the locals. There is where our ladies or the people do groceries. Simple as my mom or my grandma does. Before they do the groceries around the square, we got a square also, the PTL square. That's where we're going. And around the square we got the beef market, tortillas factory, vegetable market, seafood market, and even shoes, clothes. You can do any shops around the square, and even we got the church. Okay, heard before chicharrones? Chicharrones is a pork, but it's the skin, but we fry it as a chips. It's a snack. So what we do, we got the tortillas factory next door to the beef market. We can get a tortillas, and then we can make our own taquitos. We get the tortillas, we grab the tortillas, we have the chicharrones, and if you like avocados, we got avocados right there. Also, you're gonna love these avocados. Why? Because the price. In the States, you pay like a $5 for one avocado. Here is $3 per kilo, 2 pounds. Around 5 avocados for $3. So, and also, we farm around here in Puerto Vallarta, and right now we got the season by watermelon season.
de Cuervo.
No. Patron.
Oh, of course.
Patron, a lot of people don't get Patron because it's supposed to be the good one and it is expensive, but really the level is in Tennessee instead of
Yeah,
Patron.
garbage water.
So, and the people drink it. And in Mexico we got another ones too, but well, as Mexican we read Spanish because the level all the time are in Spanish, and then like that we can know when we got the real tequila. A club for you guys on the level, I have to say 100% puro de agave, that is in Spanish, and in English is 100% pure agave. You got in the States just agave distillation, destilados de agave. All of them also is not a Mexican culture drink tequila with salt and lime. Or tequila are sweet, are smooth as a cognac. Just think about it, get a cognac and add lime and salt. No way, okay? It's the same for tequila. Okay? So remember that, get that in mind when we try your tequila. Because a lot of people, they have it. You don't have a lime? No way, okay? We don't drink like that. Just the American, they do like that.
what do you think, dude?
These are super good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It has a nice amount of crunch. Like it's not too soft.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it has like a little crunch. I don't like churros that are just like soft.
Nice.
And then they have a decent amount of like brown sugar on the center. And ours were at the bottom with more of the powder, so that's probably why it's better.
Yep.
Hello, ay cabrón. Sí, o no, sí.
Vainilla, original vainilla. Mexican vainilla, not from
This is the backup picture to my shirt. I have a small envelope. This is the backup picture. The thing is, I have a size. We got long sleeve kid sizes. We got dry fit. They got the UV protection. After you're gonna have time, we give you a very good price. Don't forget, this is your little market. Let me know if you like it. We have all different colors, different sizes.
I want some of the shirts. National store, and at the end I'm gonna let you know how we get for national store items. Look, it's like this how it looks for Oppo inside on the mines. But how we know when we got the gem or the Oppo inside with the light? Can you see the Oppo inside the mine? Can you see this part? Oh, with a strong light also we can see better. This is for the cell phone light. Can you see? It's on the middle. This is the Oppo. Can you see the Oppo?
Okay.
This is for Oppo. But like this looks when it's on the mine. Next process, we do extractions as a dentist. Some people think we're gonna crack the rock. No, because we got more Oppos inside too, except on the other side. We can see both sides. Both sides we got the Oppo. We have to polish the rock sometimes like
Pesado.
Welcome to Miami.
What we got here?
Coffee.
Coffee.
super.
Wait.
This is like Fanta if it wasn't carbonated.
Guys, don't go to the restroom without one of us. Keep walking. What, should we use the bathroom?
Hot chocolate. So good.
And a chocolate bar are practically the same, okay? We're gonna take both the beans, okay, of the coffee. Around the bean of the coffee, amigos, there's gonna be a little salt, a little bit of sugar. That's gonna allow us to make a little fermentation. It's gonna take like 2 days. It's a small fermentation, okay? The fermentation gives you a lot of flavors when you drink the coffee. Otherwise, if you don't do the fermentation, amigos, you're gonna have kind of like a 7-Eleven coffee, okay? Good to wake you up, good to go to the restroom, but nothing, right? So amigos, if you want a nice cup of coffee, you need a fermentation. That's gonna give you all the complete flavors you get in your coffee. Now, so we're gonna let it ferment, then we're gonna wash the beans and toast them. Now for coffee, you're done, ready to make a cup of coffee. For the chocolate, you're gonna need 2 extra steps, okay? And I'm gonna explain you that in the tasting. I'm gonna open one of them. So actually, these are already blooming, growing. So you wanna take one and grow it at home. Put it in a book so that way the scan cannot see it. Don't say that I told you that. Yes, right here, amigos. This one was completely mature already. See, when you see inside the beans that is a little purple inside, that means it's completely ready to make chocolate. Want to take a picture? Normally the pulp around it is kind of white or yellow, and amigos, it's very sweet and sour. It's delicious. But today we're not gonna be able to try it, okay? Now, amigos, this right here, very valuable for the Aztecs. Used to be literally money, okay? We find some writings that with 10 of this, you were able to buy 1 rabbit in the market. With 100 of this, you were able to buy 1 Mexican, okay? Not me, 1 Mexican. It's too late. Now, amigos, yes, this was very valuable. Remember, this was a sacred drink. They used to have it kind of like a drink, not as a chocolate bar like we do today. Normally, they used to ferment it, toast them, and then, amigos, they make a kind of like a paste, water, chiles. Where in Mexico, of course, we're gonna use chiles for anything. Chiles, amigos, cinnamon, and a little bit of honey. They used to have it like this. It was a drink for the rituals, a drink that the high elite warriors used to have before a big battle, because this gives you energy.
If you remember, we didn't have any coffee in America before the Spaniards came to America. So this used to be the drink for to give energy to the warriors. Okay. Now, amigos, normally one healthy drink like this is gonna give you between 30 up to 50 of these pots per year. Okay. Now, can you guess how many chocolate bars can we make out of one pot like this? Any guess? 20 bars. 30. 100 from one pot, okay? Not from one tree, one pot.
3.
3? No, amigos, 0.6. Yeah. From one of these little beans, amigos, you're gonna be able to have 0.7, 0.8 grams of chocolate. And one of these pots, amigos, is gonna contain like between 50 up to 80 of the little beans, okay? So from one of these, like 3/4 of a chocolate bar. That's it, yes. So if you do the math, 133, amigos, is gonna be able to give you between 25 up to 35 chocolate bars per year. That's it. Yes, that's why sometimes chocolate can get very expensive, because when you have a shortage of chocolate, amigos, there is no way to have more. You can only make 25 to 35 chocolate bars. Now you're gonna need a very rich soil for the chocolate, amigos. If you look at the ground around the cacaos, it's very dark soil. That means there is a lot of organic matter. It's a rich soil. So, amigos, instead of the beans, when you separate the fibers from the rest of the bean, you're gonna obtain the fat from the cacao. Okay, the cocoa butter. You know cocoa butter, right? For baking, it's delicious. So, amigos, the cocoa butter is a lot of energy, a lot of fat. So you're gonna need a very rich soil, amigos. Also, a lot of water. One cacao tree is gonna need 3 cubic meters of water per year. Yeah, that's a lot of water. That's like 3.5 tons of water per year. Yes, that's more than you could consume normally a year. So, amigos, normally with the rain we're gonna obtain 2 tons of water. The rest of it we do it by irrigation. Okay. Also, if you look around the plantation, you're gonna see we always have semi-sunlight. Okay. Here we're trying to mimic the conditions the chocolate, the cacao, has in the jungle. Okay, because there's a lot of different trees in the jungles, so they're used to get semi-sunlight. If you look at the trees that are on the side of the plantation, many of those are the leaves are a little burnt because they're used to get direct sunlight. Okay?
It smells like chocolate.
This right here is mahogany. We planted mahogany, nice shadow. All the year you have a nice shadow, so we planted some mahogany trees to protect the It's obviously not very good for in the taste. So, amigos, this right here, classic grandma remedy. Now, it's very common that in Mexico we get stomach infections because we love to eat on the street, which usually has a lot of bacteria. So, amigos, when we have a stomach infection, we get a lot of medicine. So, you can only powder. So, when you do a stomach infection, amigos, you take noni juice, contains a lot of vitamins for your gut, and that will usually grandmas they ferment it for a few days. Sugar, pineapple juice, and we drink it like this. That way we're ready for the next stomach infection next week. Okay? But amigos, noni, very healthy. Normally you're gonna find it in the store as a pound. Okay, if you have stomach problems, amigos, noni. Now the next one, right here, this one. Now for the next one, amigos, I'm gonna need your help. Please grab one of the leaves, crush it in your hand, smell it, and tell me what it is. First one to guess, 2 extra shots or 2 extra chocolates. Adelante.
Muddy.
Eh?
What does that smell like? What is that? What is that?
See, amigos, it was a trick question because usually for this tree you use the bark of it. Okay, yeah, exactly. You use the bark to make the cinnamon sticks, amigos. But with the cinnamon, you can actually just use the leaves instead of chopping the tree every time you want cinnamon, amigos. Use the leaves. You're gonna have to use double the amount, but you can use it every year, all day long. Okay? So, amigos, remember cinnamon, one of the main ingredients for the Aztec drink. They used to have with the chocolate. Okay? But they use the leaves, not the bark of the cinnamon. Now, actually, you can see on the bark, the gardeners they use a little bit for their coffee, so they scratch it a little bit. Vámonos, amigos, this way. Alright, amigos. So the next one, very important plant for the Mexican culture. This is the nopales, amigos. So maybe you heard that here in Mexico we like to eat cactus.
Slimy
Technically
stuff.
yes, but not that in cactus. Only nopales, amigos. We usually have this as a side dish for the carne asada. It's so important, amigos, that we have it on the Mexican flag. Have you seen the Mexican flag with the eagle eating the snake on top of a plant? It's a nopal, amigos. That comes from the Aztec legend that say that they will have to build their city, their capital, when they found an eagle eating a snake over a cactus. So, amigos, nopales, great source of vitamin C. Just put it on the grill for a few minutes. Then amigos, chop it in little cube, add it to your Mexican salsa. It's gonna give you a little crunchy and acidic taste. Great for a side dish, amigos. Vámonos, this way. Now you probably already know that we make tequila with agave, see? Perfecto. But amigos, here in Mexico we have more than 200 different kinds of agaves, alright? Different plants for different drinks. Too much sunlight? You wanna go over there? This way. 200 different kinds of agaves, different plants for many different drinks. For example, do you know mezcal?
Yes.
Okay. Similar to tequila, more smoky flavors. Sometimes you have a little worm inside. If you're the last one to drink it, you get to eat the worm, right? Delicious, very good for hangovers. Believe me, I'm an expert. And guys, that's mezcal, okay? Mezcal is made in Oaxaca and Guerrero. Here in Jalisco, we make tequila and raicilla. You remember the raicilla? The local dulce, amigos. If you want to try it at the end, come with me, I'll give you a little shot, okay? Now, amigos, for tequila, remember, the only agave you can use is the blue agave. Only plant for the tequila production, amigos. And not only you have to use the blue agave, you also have to grow it right here in Jalisco. Otherwise, it cannot be called tequila. Kind of like a champagne, for example. You can make sparkling wine anywhere in the world, but if you want to call it champagne, it has to be made in a region of France with certain grapes and certain methods. See? So with tequila, amigos, it has to be blue agave, grown in Jalisco, and for at least 4 years. Once the agave is ready, we're gonna chop all of the leaves, and amigos, the leaves, we're gonna give it to the farmers or the artisans. They can make hats, maybe belts, or chanclas to throw at Mexican children. We gotta throw them something. Chanclas is good because it hurts, but not too much. But amigos, remember, for tequila, you saw it at the factory, we only use the middle of the plant, the heart of agave, that we call la piña, the pineapple in English. Because when you chop all of the leaves, it looks like a huge pineapple, okay? So amigos, if you want me to explain a little further about the tequila production, at the end, come with me, I'll ask you and I'll answer any question, okay? Vámonos.
Just started sailing away. Onboard time was 3:30. Now, out of all of the ports, and maybe it's because we had an excursion, this one was my favorite. And I'll say it's in large part because due to our excursion, we didn't get bombarded by people trying to sell us stuff. But this also looks the most modern of the ports. There's the beach. and also no tender involved. And that over there, that's Walmart and Sam's Club. And there's a little shopping area right when you get off the ship. You walk through it before you get to that area that I just showed you. But yeah, had a good day in Puerto Vallarta. Last port, 2 sea days coming up. And let's check the weather real quick. About 81 degrees. Didn't get much sun over here because of the excursion, but that's kind of a good thing because it's